You want to hear the really fucked up thing? They called me a manipulator. The mere fact that I tried to get you to drop your frame and spend time with me and open up to me and cooperate and collaborate and work together so that we can accomplish things together, spend our time together having fun, or spend our time together making money, getting shit done. I'm not a fucking narcissist.
Hello everyone, I hope you all are having a good day or night or whenever it is for you. For me it is very much nighttime right now as of recording this. So Kanro, that whole thing kind of exploded a lot more than I thought it would. First of all, I just want to say thank you for the last video. It blew up. You can't tell now because it's down to 300 views, which is still a lot of views for me, but it reached 2,000 within the first half a day, and then it hit 4,000 like a day or two after that. And I'm pretty sure YouTube thought I was like viewbotting or something because it took them all away, and now I'm down to 300. But regardless, I know, you know, everyone in the Discord server knows because we watched it happen. We hit 4,000 views on that video, baby, and I just wanted to thank you guys for that. That was awesome. But the situation has since evolved and blown way bigger than I thought it would. I never realized that making that video would be such a big deal, and I didn't think that it would make as big of an impact as it did. We've had a ton of people reach out, join the Discord server, send me messages, all sorts of things, trying to tell their side of the story and bring forward evidence or whatever. It's, I want to say, around like 20 different people. It's absolutely crazy. And the number is growing like every day. I mean, the Discord server staff has been working overtime accepting people's applications. So thank you guys as well. I know that you guys have kind of stepped up during this situation. I'd also like to take a second before we get into this video to just say a big thank you to everyone who is going to appear on screen right now. All of your names should be up visible for everyone watching. This video couldn't have happened without the wonderful help of everyone involved and everyone's name on screen. So thank you for helping with the production of the video, Milku and Vorlux. Thank you for contributing your stories, your evidence, everything. Cresselia, an ex-manager of Kanro's. Day Will, an ex-collaborator of Kanro's. Norlock, another ex-collaborator of Kanro's. Otterness, an ex-staff member, I believe. Suneku, Vea, an ex-girlfriend of Kanro's. And you'll notice I skipped a name. I'm not trying to pick favorites in this situation. I appreciate everything that everyone brought forward, but I just need to acknowledge how crazy it is. Sodereko is literally my idol. My favorite music producer of all time, so just thank you for reaching out. You are an absolutely amazing musician, and it was wonderful getting to chat with you. Additionally, Elise, I think, Ghost, Kyochi, and Nanobread3 for everything that you guys have contributed to the situation, as well as several other individuals who wish to remain anonymous, but you know who you are, so thank you to you as well. Thank you to everyone on screen. Again, this video could not have happened without all of your help. I will be keeping this video significantly more concise than the one before. That one was very much kind of just thrown together, and I didn't put as much effort into it as I wish that I had. So this one is going to be much more snappy, I guess. I'm not going to be reading everything, covering every single detail, yada yada. I will be putting the screenshots. You can pause the video and read them for yourselves. I will only be thoroughly going into the most important stuff. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is what happened after I released the video. Now, I don't have a ton of screenshots to provide, but the video did come up in Kanro's Discord server. Most notably, his girlfriend at the time, who is one of the people who wish to remain anonymous, had a conversation with an individual about the video. his girlfriend at the time had asked to see the video. It was DM'd to her, and then about 5-10 minutes later, she came back into the chat and said, "Goodbye guys, I love you all, have an amazing Halloween, and I hope you guys have an excellent week. This is me leaving. Hopefully I'll see any of you. Leaving because of personal stuff, don't miss me too much." She subsequently left the server immediately after viewing the video, and her messages were wiped from the chat by staff. Interestingly, within the same day, not even 5 hours later, Kanro had a new girlfriend. According to the first girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend, who wishes to remain anonymous, it happened literally within 30 minutes, although I have no way to confirm that. This new girlfriend, Vea, who will come up later in the video, then later appeared in Kanro's Discord chat, responding to messages asking what had happened to the previous ex-girlfriend, saying, "I don't know what this has anything to do with this," basically just dismissing everyone who was asking about her. There were several more conversations had throughout the server regarding the video, but Kanro's staff did a pretty good job of managing this and, censoring the conversations. I wasn't able to get any screenshots. However, I did witness it. My apologies for not screenshotting more. After this video went public, as I've mentioned previously, over the course of several days and now several weeks, I have had many people come forward trying to share their testimonies, their stories, and everything. The first of which that we will cover is Otterness. Now you may remember them from my first video when Kanro got pissed over an AI video and leaked their supposed nudes in his own general chat on his server. Now, I actually have the video that Kanro was so pissed over, and I think when you guys watch it, you'll understand why. It's pretty rage-inducing, I'm not gonna lie. I think if someone made this about me, I might crash out just as hard as Kanro did. Otterness also shared some DMs between themselves and Kanro, where Kanro discussed some pretty questionable things. The next person who we're going to be talking about is Norlock, an ex-collaborator of Kanro's, who, funnily enough, actually collaborated with Kanro on the song that I based the thumbnail to the last video off of. That was just a funny coincidence. Now, Norlock, to my knowledge, collaborated on a song with Kanro, only to later on have the song basically stolen from them and Kanro claim full rights. Now, even though a lot of people reached out requesting interviews, Norlock is the only one who followed through, at least at the moment of recording. So I do actually have a call with them that I will play. So you can go ahead and have a listen to that now.
I wanted to talk about the collab thing because the first idea me to collaborate with Kanro was probably on the let me see on my project data dates. Let me see if I got the screenshots from that day. So yeah, the thing that started the collab was this first demos of this project, because yeah, I wanted to push forward into my stuff with the music, and after I got a response with the Kanro, he was like, as you can see on the screenshots, alright, fine, I fucking hate Poison. I don't know why he hates him, but yeah. So I gave it him a listen to the actual version of the track I've been making so far. After that, we've gone to talk on the on voice chat in his server. He's been from the first time I've been talking with him while doing with him this project, he seemed to be cool. He seemed to be fine with me. He seemed really fine with my persona as a like you know. And after that, he finished the versions of this collab after like one day. Like literally, it took him one day to finish this collab. Like the entire project was supposed to be called Kid, which I didn't decide about the name of this collaboration. After that, he sent me a freaking link to his profile with this shit. I mean, my collab with him, and there was a first version of this. That was the first version of the cover art he made. So that was first version of this cover art, which he told me on the voice chat entire time. He did it on himself, the art and stuff, on the voice channel, on his Discord server. So yeah, I trusted him. I trusted him really. Like I had empathy to know him more and more. After some days, he seemed to be a really confusing person. I mean, like, what the hell is this? And I asked Riff why she left, because Riff was also a friend of Kanro. I mean, she's been talking very many times. After that that joke kinds of joke and stuff, I was seriously, confused about more future projects like him because of his behavior. But yeah, after the months and days and stuff, after I announced that I am moving to the kinda another distributor or kinda that was a distribution service. After I moved into the another, he started to be an asshole. Also, yeah, he started to me threatening after I put a release of that version that I sent you, and yeah, he threatened me to take down my accounts, my YouTube videos, and stuff. So yeah. Also, he has been saying to me that I don't know how to respect artists in the industry, while he's probably the most, hated by other music communities like Poixon and Geoxor and others communities. So what you can feel, but the entire project, this is what was my stuff, like my stuff, and he copyrighted it into his main artist name right now. And I can if I have the contract I signed it, yeah, that was remix contract, which I also was part of on the Instagram of the Kanro. I was also part of the Amethyst remix. Basically, yeah, that was there. I was also part of this remix contest where you should have won, sample pack or it's like clothes or something like this. But yeah, I was also part of this concept remix concept, which is after some games it yeah, as you can see even let's go to the popular. Yeah, my name go. This is literally my project. He removed like kinda rights to my project, as you can see. Just if you can just report the song or the Hellfire song or just his old channel, because seriously, I don't want to see him anymore on ice. Like, literally. He's fucked up for me, he's fucked up for other people, he's fucked up probably for you too, so yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and quickly show the collaboration consent contract, supposedly, that Norlock is talking about in the video. I'll go ahead and put it up on screen, and from my personal point of view, reading it, I think it's a little aggressive. It's definitely a little bit of a predatory contract. Additionally, I've got a couple screenshots from Norlock, and it seems that Kanro kind of trashed them after the fact, which I find very interesting. I'd also just like to point out that during the interview there was one screenshot that had a message in it specifically I want to pay attention to, where Kanro breaks professionalism and starts personally attacking Norlock, making fun of their voice. Now, I don't want to make too big of a deal out of it, but that's really shitty, man. I mean, like, come on, dude. Really? You're gonna attack someone for having an accent? Okay. Now, Sotoreko actually brought forward some interesting information. Aside from the screenshots that I will display on screen, I also have some messages. They reached out to me saying, "Sorry for the random, but I just need to say this. Thanks for making a video on Kanro. The entire Anime Steps circle has had run-ins with him, including me, and I have not seen people talk about him enough. I haven't watched the whole video yet, so I haven't made it that far if you did, but have you seen the Google Drive about stuff with him? It's got some incriminating stuff." They also proceeded to send me a message that they had received from someone else containing a few Google Drives. I will go ahead and display just a short video of me going through the Google Drives right now, but for the sake of this video not being an hour long like the last one was, I'm not going to be going in depth into all of the drives. If that is something that you guys want to see, let me know. I can make a third part where I do a more in-depth dive into all of the Google Drives that I have received. Sidoreko also provided an image, a screenshot of Kanro kind of going off the rails and banning one of their moderators, saying, "I don't remember the context to this, but he banned one of his own mods for something stupid." And finishing off our conversation, they said, "Catch me dead, bro. If you want to post like that, then that's what a Discord is for." When I joined his Discord for the first time, he immediately gave me like the second highest role for no apparent reason, and was telling me, quote, "Send your music in general, I'll promote you, :3, end quote. And it made me vastly uncomfortable, and he started pinging everyone with links to my songs, and I was like, bro, okay, nah. Which is completely understandable, by the way. I would be very uncomfortable if I joined someone's server and they just started mass promoting me. Like, I get that it's praise or whatever, but like, it's just a little awkward. I feel like there are better ways to handle meeting somebody who you look up to. Day Will reached out, stating that they were a video game developer interested in hiring Kanro for some of his music. They stated that they paid Kanro 546 Canadian dollars, after which Kanro never did any of the music and blocked Day Will, basically taking the money and ran, and refusing when he was asked for a refund. Day Will did provide a screenshot as evidence for this, and finished off our conversation by saying that he also wants to confirm that Kanro is a PDF file, and that he would collect the adult fun time pictures of below 18 girls, some as young as 12, and he stored them in his private Discord server. This is also something corroborated by other evidence that was brought forward by other people. So, going into said Discord server, we can see here that there are screenshots of it. It's called Beta's server. It has several channels, all named after various, I'm assuming, people. Some of these names may look familiar as other people who have appeared in this video. We've got some interesting pictures that I can't show, as well as evidence of other things that we've seen before being a part of said server. Now, the next allegations are pretty horrible and serious, but also completely alleged and not something that I can in any way prove. So, allegedly, Kanro has committed acts unwillingly with their cousin, who also at the time was a minor. Now, I'm not exactly clear on the age, but from what I've been told, approximately 6. Now, I'm going to display some screenshots. I'm not really going to go deeper into this situation. I don't really have anything to add to it personally. And it's, just all around in general, pretty disgusting, pretty despicable. And I'd really rather not force you guys to listen to it longer than you have to. So, moving on from that, I've got a lot of DMs between Kanro and someone named LovernX. I'm not exactly sure. I'm also not going to really go into these either, not for the same reason, but simply because these are hella cringy. I wanted to unalive myself while reading them. Some of these are actually just fucking insane. Following up on that, after the video was posted and Kanro's anonymous girlfriend left him, came forward with some evidence, and Kanro got a new girlfriend, well, he didn't keep that girlfriend for very long, because a few days later, he made an announcement that him and his girlfriend, his new girlfriend, Vea, had made a Discord server for her, and that everyone should join it. So, obviously, I did, and a day or two after that, surprise, Vea made an announcement that Kanro had funny R-worded her. And by funny R-worded, I mean very serious R-worded. Now, again, I have no way to prove this, but there is evidence of Kanro stating earlier that day that he was going to go see her, her stating that she was going to report him going offline for an extended period of time, while I can't just sit here and show a several day long recording of him not being online. Anyone who was in his server could see that he was gone. One of the people who contributed to this video actually ended up with a screenshot of Kanro messaging someone else that he was going to jail, and Kanro's server ended up getting locked down by the staff temporarily, allocating everybody to a temporary channel. Now, sending everybody to a temp channel didn't last for very long because 2 days ago, his server actually got raided. This raid, credit where credit's due, was conducted by Cresselia, his ex-manager, and another very, very helpful person who contributed to this video. The raid was very funny, very silly, epic and poggers to watch. The entire server came apart, channels were deleted, permissions were granted, evidence was spread, and people stopped liking him. At one point, towards the end of the raid, after I'd say probably about half an hour, Kanro actually ended up coming back online, surprising everybody, attempting several times and failing to take control of his server back until eventually he finally got it, banned all of the staff, said he doesn't trust staff anymore, removed everyone's permissions, locked everyone to another temporary channel, and made a lot of announcements whining about his server getting raided and blaming it on transphobes, homophobes, racists, and terrorists of all things. And then signing off with, "Thanks for interrupting my fucking sleep," like a true Sigma. How dare you interrupt the great Kanro's sleep? So, Pawffee from the next day, gonna interject real quick. I actually did end up getting an interview with Cresselia, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let that play out for you guys. And yeah, enjoy.
Sup, everyone. I'm just gonna keep this clear, clean, concise, as quick as possible. So, my name is Cresselia. Manager of Conro's, and I just wanted to sort of explain my story and my play in all of this. So I met Kanro in about April of 2023, though I had been listening to him for about a year before that. And when I had initially met him, I thought he was really cool, as most people would think of their idols. I used to be like fairly active in a server for a good while, just sort of interacting with his community and befriending people, as a functioning Discord member would do. After a good, like, solid while, I had ended up befriending a certain staff member of his that ended up putting a word in for Kanro because I had been helpful and I supposedly had his best interests in mind. And so after he put that word in for Kanro messaged me and asked if I would like to be a part of his mod team. And I, of course, said yes because I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Little foreshadowing that really wasn't the case. So I was a mod of his for a while, and I think I was a mod of his for about like a month or two, until eventually I ended up like really quickly rising through his ranks and ended up becoming one of his like personal managers. And so I want to go over what we did as managers of his, right? So he actually didn't really have a plan for us. I'm going to be completely honest. He didn't really know what we were supposed to do and kind of let us figure that out on our own, right? And we had just assumed, okay, so we're gonna make sure nothing hurts his brand. We're gonna make sure like everything in his server runs smoothly. We're gonna notify him of like potential threats, things of that nature, like what a normal brand manager would do. But one thing that he actually did sort of instruct us to do was sweep everything like drama and expose stuff. Just sweep all that under the rug. That was one of our main directives. At the time, I just turned a blind eye to it because, like, oh, well, he could do no wrong. He's been pleasant to us, right? He can't be that bad of a guy. And plus, everyone who's like been coming forward and trying to like say that he's a scumbag, they didn't really have what I saw as quote unquote concrete proof of all this. Like, of all what he's done, because the screenshots were like cropped and whatnot, and so it was like easily believed it could have been edited with an inspect element tool. So this went on for a while until around November of 2023, where he had started just being really nasty to a good friend of mine. And so I'd asked him about this and just asked him to stop. He said, "Yeah, sure, I'll chill out." Um, he didn't chill out exactly, and it actually got worse. So I ended up calling him out of. Wow, Jesus! I ended up calling him out for it again, and some pretty heated words were exchanged, and I ended up leaving his server entirely. I just sort of put this on the back burner for like a good 8 months, maybe. Like, of course, I still didn't really like the guy after what he did, but there wasn't really much I could do until June of this year, 2024, when him and that staff, the other manager guy that got me under Conro's wing, him and Conro had a falling out, right? And it wasn't that good either. I don't remember what it was about exactly, but I don't think it was over anything good. And so this manager friend of mine, I'm just gonna call him my friend because he is, he gathered me and a couple of other trusted friends in a voice call like the day this happened, and ended up dropping the bombshell that he has a private not safe for work, or had a private not safe for work server, where he stored explicit photographs of girls as young as 12 years old. And so this ended up sparking us to start digging deeper into the whole thing. And around August of this year, 2024, we ended up actually getting an admission out of him, which is shown at some point in the video. And that's when we decided, okay, we got what we needed. We need to show everyone. We waited and waited. We came up with a plan. And the plan involved what happened a couple of days ago, actually, where we, or I, because that was me, nuked his server to where there was only like one channel left, where we could post absolutely everything we had on him to all of his fans, all of his server members, right? And so we actually were successful for a couple of hours until this man came online and started just unsuccessfully trying to silence everything and sweep it under the rug as he usually does. It was unsuccessful for a while until he finally grew a brain and realized how to stop this. After all this happened, he had ended up sweeping it under the rug, as he usually does, and ended up gaslighting people, all of his fans, into not believing that this was true, even though it is. And that is just like a very, very short and hastily put together story of everything that happened. It's still an issue that's going on now, and we're hoping this video sort of gives it the exposure it needs for more and more people to realize that this dude is just a complete and total douchebag. It just should not deserve to have his platform. And so that's basically it. So with all of that being said, Kanro, I know you're watching this, and I hope you're aware that what happened with the nuke a few days ago was just the beginning. I will bury you, your reputation, and your career so completely that the Earth will turn over 1,000 times before any of it can be salvaged. I will not stop until I see you get what you deserve. I rest my case.
Now, the last thing that I have for you guys today is a series of random screenshots that I couldn't really find anywhere else for. I didn't know where to put them, didn't really feel like they belonged in any of the specific segments of this video. I do like this specific one though. Supposedly this is him explaining his reasoning for possessing CP. And CP is in copper pieces from Dungeons and Dragons, not the other thing, everybody. Definitely not the other thing. So, At the end of the day, I think the moral of the story is if you want to become a successful music producer, you need to abuse everybody. This is an equal opportunities market, everybody. Men, women, children, doesn't matter. Abuse them all. That's how you become a famous EDM producer. I am very much joking. Please don't do that. But for realsies, at the end of the day, Kanro is just another example on the pile of examples of shitty people on the internet. I hope that this video, and the last one, if you were enough of a masochist to watch the entire thing, really helped you realize just what kind of person this guy is. I echo the sentiment of everyone who came forward in saying that I really hope that this guy doesn't come back, or at the very least, that he goes away for a long time and fixes himself. I don't believe that people can't change. I think that he absolutely could get better, but I also don't think that he should be excused for any of the stuff that he's done. I don't think that there's any excuse that can be given to justify anything or to warrant sympathy. The things that he has done deserve judgment, and he deserves to not have a platform anymore. He should not be allowed to be as popular as he is and just have it all go under the radar that he's done this to so many people, that he's done so many different things to so many people. He's hurt a lot of people, and I feel for all of you, and I really appreciate everyone who came forward, everyone who supported the first video, everyone who brought forward evidence and stories and just contributed in any way. You guys are strong and valuable, and I hope that you keep going. I hope that this shit with Kanro is in your rear view and you just continue on, because you deserve it. Don't let him hold you back. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Feel free to join the Discord server. Chat with everybody. It's a really friendly community and it's only growing. And please, don't harass anybody mentioned in this video. People who came forward with evidence or Kanro himself. I don't want anything negative to come from this. This is purely to give a platform to anyone who doesn't have a voice and to show who this guy is. I hope that you all have a wonderful evening, or morning, or night. Don't think I don't see you watching this video at 4 in the morning. Go to fucking bed. Go to bed. I love you. Good night.